It is a crazy windy day today. My gosh. Solar panels just took a beating. I gotta get that fixed. I've got some bins flying around. Get all that stuff cleaned up. So despite being extremely windy and pretty cold, even though the temperatures aren't too bad, the work still needs to get done. Now we've got our garden beds for the most part all set up and ready to go. Jen prepared all of our milk jugs for our seedlings, and so now what we're going to do is prepare a mix so we can go ahead and put some dirt into those milk jugs and we can start seeding. So because it is so windy, I've had to stop using our tripod because the camera's all over the place. It is really windy out here today. So, all right, anyways, so let's get back to our garden. So the seed starter that we are using is a mixture of some garden soil and then some of the loam that we used in the other video where we were preparing our garden beds. So we've got a nice mixture here. It's about 50-50. The plan here is to fill up 3/4 of the milk jugs with this mixture, and then the last inch or so we'll use some seed starter mix. Now the thought here is that the seed starter mix will help the seed get started, and then as it begins to root, then the roots will start getting into this mixture here. Then it'll be easier for us to transplant from this mixture to the mixture out in the garden bed. So that's the plan, folks. We are all set. We've got our mixture for our seeds. We've got our wagon that we're going to be putting the finished milk jugs in. We've got our bag of milk jugs that Jen cut up. And we've got our seed starter. And we've got our helpers here. Oh, and we got our seeds. So we're going to start planting some seeds.
Did you get the duct tape?
I got the duct tape? I don't have the duct tape.
Why don't you have the duct tape?
We need the duct tape.
We need the duct tape.
Oh, you want to go get duct tape?
Do I want to go get duct tape?
Yeah.
Where is the duct tape?
I have no idea where the duct tape is. All right, well, you have to go find duct tape. So we're going to go find duct tape now.
We need duct tape.
We need duct tape. Okay. We're going to fill this up about 3/4 of the way up with the mixture. For the last inch or so, we will use the seed starting mix. So I'm sure that the folks watching this are wondering, why are we using milk jugs?
Basically, they act like little greenhouses.
Really? Okay.
So you should use potting soil or a good mixture of organic soil, not straight seed starting mix.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because the seed starting mix is great to get the seeds started, but they're going to be in these for a while.
Yeah.
Till they're big enough and strong enough to get out into the garden.
Okay.
And so to get the feed and the nutrients to get them strong, you need the better soil. That's why I'm just putting a little bit of the seed starter on top, but that will give it, you know, enough to get the seeds started and then also keep the plant strong enough to get big. We leave the lids off of the milk jugs because you can put this out in snow. You can do it, from what I hear, depending on your area, from January through April, and you leave the tops off so if there is snow, some snow can get in there, or if it rains, some rain can get in there and keep them moist.
Okay.
You do have to still keep checking them because if it does get dry, you need to water them. If there's any plants that start, if you get any sprouts and you're going to get a frost, you need to cover them with blankets.
Yeah.
Don't take them inside, leave them outside, cover them with blankets.
Yeah. And we're using a moving blanket. So we've got a moving blanket. And since we're putting all of our milk jugs into this wagon, well, at least as many as we can fit in there, it'll be easy because I can just throw the blanket over top, right?
Yep. So the blanket will protect it from frost if the plants are already sprouted. If there's no sprouts, you don't have to cover it.
Okay. All right.
And then the seeds, when they're ready, will start sprouting and be strong because they're dealing with the cold and the temperature change and stuff.
Yeah.
Once they get big enough, we'll take the duct tape off that's going to keep these lids on.
Oh, so we're going to duct tape them shut.
We're going to duct tape them shut so that way they don't blow open. And once they get tall enough, during the days, we'll open them up so they get used to the temperatures.
Yeah.
And then once they're strong enough and there's no more frost possibilities, we'll transplant them into the garden.
Perfect. Awesome. Let's get started.
Okay.
So as far as the seeds, where did we get our seeds from?
We bought them at different places when we came out here. We bought a bunch.
Yeah. Now these are not any heirloom stuff or any. We purchased these in bulk. Really, we got a lot when they went on sale at a couple different stores near us when we were in Wakanda, right?
Yep. So that way we were all set.
Yeah.
We didn't have to worry about, are we going to have the money to get them right now?
Okay, so what are those popsicle sticks for?
So these I'm going to put inside the jugs so I know what the heck's in them. I can also write it on the outside. Permanent marker will fade in the sun and the weather and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this way, if my outside markings do fade, I still know what's inside there because otherwise I'm in trouble.
So for whatever reason, the duct tape alone isn't working right. So what we're doing is we're putting some packing tape on first, just to kind of make sure that the top seals to the bottom, and then we're coming around with the duct tape around the whole thing.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you want beans and carrots? Huh? You want beans and carrots for your food? Yes, I get you too. Yes, yes, oh yes, my baby boys. Yeah.
So now that we're all done, we've got all of our seeds over into the garden area. How do you think? How did that go?
It was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
It helped out a whole lot.
Yeah, so we've never done anything like this. We had a little garden at my grandmother's house, and we grew a few things in pots every once in a while, but never on this scale. So doing, sowing seeds like this, really new experience for us.
But it does save us space, because that way we don't have to find a spot in the house and set up the lights and the heat.
Yeah. So keep in mind that these are mostly, what we've done, are all cold hardy plants, right?
Mostly.
Yeah. So, we do plan on not only adding more of our milk cartons.
Yep.
More of our milk cartons as we get milk cartons and as the season goes on, but we're also going to do regular seeds.
Yep. In the ground.
In the ground. In addition to that, we've got big plans for a relatively big root stout garden area as well. So
yep.
That'll be fun.
Hopefully that will work this year, since we haven't really had it setting.
Well, the good news is we've got a ton of moldy hay.
That's true.
That's the main ingredient in the root stout garden. So
they want their carrots and their beans.
They like to be in front of the camera, especially this one. Yeah. This guy not so much. This one failed ACD school. This one passed with honors. So is there anything that you would do different now that you've done this once?
Well, I think eventually, if this works for us, I'd like to start a little earlier. I'd like to do more of it. Just depends on how this goes. I mean, this is a hit or miss project. I mean, a lot of people have talked really highly about this. I've never done it before. So.
Yeah, new experience for sure. For sure. All right, well, let's let them do their thing.